Hi guys, I am Dr. A. Praveena, Associate Professor of English from SESI Institute of Technology and Engineering, Thadapilliguda. Maybe you may be guessing that what we are going to deal today. Is it your guess? Grammar, LSRW skills, vocabulary or some lesson? I'm afraid you are wrong. We are not going to deal with any of these things. Then what are we going to deal? Yes, it's a big debatable topic. Why English in engineering? Why English in engineering? It's a big question and a controversial question. See that you have been learning English from the past 10 to 12 years, but still you are going to learn English in your engineering also. And it's true that you are not going to learn any other English for specific purposes, but the English that you have learnt in your schooling, the same grammar topics, the same LSRW activities, vocabulary and everything. Then why you are learning again and again? Do you think that these are the reasons? Committing the same mistakes, that's why we are going to learn again English in engineering? Or we are not proficient, that's why we are going to learn English in engineering? Maybe these are the reasons. Committing the same mistakes, that's why we are learning again. Or we are not proficient, maybe that's the reason that we are going to learn it again. But is it the right way? Learning the same thing again and again, do you think that it's right? In my view, learning is not the problem. Actually, we should do one thing, that is unlearn. Unlearn. What is unlearn? So we are familiar with the word learning and we are coming to college for learning, not to unlearn. Then what is unlearning? So as per the dictionary, unlearning, the meaning of unlearning is to make an effort to forget your usual way of doing something so that you can learn a new and sometimes better way. That means we have already learnt, but now we unlearn that one and we relearn it and then we make it better. That is the concept of unlearn. Okay, that's nice. The word unlearn is very good, but what to unlearn and how to unlearn? Okay, how to unlearn? So learning is simple. We follow something and we do some activity and we undergo some process and then we learn. But what is unlearning? Here also you have the same process, but it is reverse engineering. Okay, you know the word reverse engineering. This. Now I'll show you why unlearning is important, not learning. So in my class there are 63 students and almost they are completing their first semester. They have come from different backgrounds and their ranks or their MSET ranks are from 3000 to 1 lakh. And just they completed their technical English subject in their first semester and they have communication skills lab and they practiced role plays, phonetics, group discussions, debates, presentations, everything in the lab for all this semester. And in the theory subject, they learnt basic grammar topics and what is the English that we use for in technical purposes, how we use English, and essay writing, letter writing, and information transfer, and they have one non-detailed text, Karma Yogi. Everything they have learnt, and now they are going to attend their end exam also. Just I have taken some write-ups from my students, how they are learning, how they have learnt and how their learning is, and see that I have given them practice activity-based teaching. They have peer work and pair work, and they did some worksheets and they made presentations. Now at the end of the semester, I want to check how they learnt and what their learning is if we follow learning method. Okay, so I asked them to write any one of the experiences that they have in their life. See that this is the write-up of a student that who got 50,000 rank in his MSET, and he completed his schooling in English medium. Of course, in intermediate he was studied through Telugu medium because of his family problems. But all the 10 years, I mean LKG to 10th class, he completed his studies in English medium. So that was enough actually. Let us see that how he wrote. So this is the actual piece of his writing. So it's not legible, it's not clear for you. That's why I have typed and presented here. If you see the first two sentences, then you can understand what his problem is. Okay, see that. When I was studied, so the first in the first line, then we can understand what his standard is and where his level is. Okay. When I was studied in intermediate college, see that it's not a complete sentence, but he put a full stop, and again he started another sentence. There was no maths faculty in my college. If you see the spelling of college, he repeated the same mistake, college, twice or thrice in his write-up. Okay, so here and here, actually this is a piece from his writing. Of course, two more paragraphs are there, but I didn't include, because you can understand what he wants to tell in this one. This is one thing. If you see this one, I got seat in college. Okay, and I am joined Ceci. Okay, see this. See this 12 years of learning English and completing all the subjects in English. Still, these are the mistakes. Okay, let us move to second piece of writing. This boy has got 60,000 rank. Okay, he also completed all his education in English medium. If you see that, so we need not to read the whole thing. Okay, if you see the first 2-3 lines, you can understand this one. So that in the last year, few months ago, when I was studying in intermediate general section, see that here there is a full stop and there is no clarity what he wants to tell. In the last year, few months ago, see that they won't match. Okay, again let us see the next sentence. In our college there are nearly 400 to 500 students. See that he is talking about his past, but he is using present verb. And see that 400 to 500 student. Is it correct? Next one. In our second intermediate, so what is missing? You know that. We were 230 students. In that, 68 students were selected in a top section. See the sentence structure. Is it clear for you? No. It needs some refine. Okay. Next, let us take next line also. At the time of December 2020, my friends went to my principal sir cabin and asked sir to select few hardworking students and please teach us the IIT EPSET course for our good education system. If you see that in each line you will find a mistake, right? So this is the thing that they are practicing, right? Even 12 years and this semester I worked a lot and I prepared many worksheets for right usage of English. Still they made the same mistakes. And let us see another another write-up. So see this is when a girl's write-up and she got 35,000 rank. I have taken near 5 to 6 write-ups of different ranks. Below 10,000 one write-up and 20,000 one write-up, 30,000. That means whether their rank or their intelligence may affect their learning of language. So that's why I have taken different write-ups of different rank holders. See this one. Everyone has their own experiences in their lives, which are totally different from one another. There is a comparison in problems but not in solutions and lessons. Our thinking makes us realize this. I got realized by comparing thoughts. I'll give you a simple experience. If you read this one, so of course you are getting some idea that what the writer wants to tell, but it is not clear. Okay, so still she can make a better statement for her level. Okay, let us go to the next one. Let us see the next paragraph. A child on a bicycle thought something by seeing a child traveling in a bus. See that the sentence is incomplete. Then the idea is incomplete. He thought that if I were from the same background, I might be the one who travels in the same bus. Of course, we can understand what she wants to express. But do you think that is it the right way of expression? No. Okay. So these are the common problems of many students. And so this is another one. So this boy, he got 8,000 rank. Okay, let us read how his write-up is. Firstly, life is a mixture of happiness, sadness, and difficult situations. As in my personal life, see the mistakes. Let us find out the mistakes. As in my personal life, the happiness in the life came just due to the difficult situations to do hard work. Is it clear for you? So for me it's not clear. Okay, I should do now. In my life I felt very happy after I secured good marks and rank in competitive exams, and also my recovery from the serious surgery injuries. Okay. In that situations, so he is talking about the past. In that situations, I always think what I should do in future, but I never thought about what I should do now. See that? In that situation, I always think, so maybe what I should do in future, but I never thought about what I should do now. See, you can observe that the mixture of tenses, present tense and past tense, the lack of clarity. As a result, when I started thinking what I should do now, that at present time, see that this is all happening because of lack of clarity in presentation. Of course, when we compare with the other write-ups, it is somewhat better, but expression is not clear. Okay, and let us see one more thing. sorry, this is one more thing. So this girl has she got some 13,000 rank. Among all the write-ups, this is the best one, but of course here are also some mistakes. We can observe that. Let us see that we all know that one cannot do all the mistakes on their own and learn from them, but learning from others' mistakes is also efficient. Actually today I am sharing my cousin's experience. Coming to the point, my cousin completed BTech in computer science and engineering and got placement in a good MNC with okay. So okay, aim is to get a job in public sector. So she had two options. One is to join. So here also you can find mixing of tenses. Okay. So these are the generally these are the mistakes generally they are doing after giving a lot of practice. So if you observe that if you have a question, why mistakes are committed even after 10 to 12 years of learning, maybe we'll find these four. So lack of knowledge, okay, and lack of understanding, or they have knowledge but as they have no practice, that's why they cannot apply, or the slips of the tongue because they have knowledge and casually they speak and they make the mistake, or the fourth one is habit. I want to tell one thing. So at the beginning of the semester we have conducted a pre-test, and so it's a for CFR level, you know that A1 to C2. So when we conducted Cambridge assessment test, many of the students, they are at A2 level and some of them are at B1 level also. So A1 and A2 levels are basic level, and B1, B2 proficient independent level, and C1, C2 proficient level. So half of the students in the class, they are at B1 level and some remaining are all at A2 level. Only very less number of people, maybe in a single digit, they are at the A1 level. But if you see these write-ups, whatever I have shown 5 or 6 write-ups, almost they are at A2 and B1 level. So the test was conducted on grammar and expressions. They are good at using grammar and expression. But then why they failed when they are asked to write just a small essay on their experience? Yes. What I found from my experience that it's not in all the cases it's not lack of knowledge or lack of practice or slips of the tongue, but what I have observed that they are making mistake because of the habit that they have. Yes, habit, you know, habit, without our effort we do it, okay, that is the habit. How do you make it a habit? Generally, if you do it regularly, if you practice it regularly, or if you follow anything, then it becomes a habit. Then habit is very difficult to destroy, okay, because it imbibes in every part of our body, let us say that, okay. So now how can we come out of the habit of doing the mistake, okay. So what do you need to break the habit? So we need consciousness and cautiousness. See that in a class of 63, and see that these different types of students in a classroom, it is not possible to teacher to correct their language at this level, okay. Here students reach at certain stage and they should be cautious and they should be conscious what they are using and how they are using. Because if they learn the same grammar, if they learn the same language in the same process, nothing makes them proficient. Okay, first of all they need to identify what the mistakes they are doing and why they are doing. Okay, once if they understand what they are doing and how they are doing, then if they focus on it, and they will easily learn the correct language. See this, unlearning and relearning. For relearning, for unlearning or relearning, we need these two things. Consciousness, that means how language is used, and just see that apply your critical thinking skills when you are framing a sentence or when you are using a word. You just have WH questions. Why we are using this one, why we are using this structure, where we are using, how we are using, what we are using. Okay, if you have question yourself these WH questions and then you get answer, then it will give you clarity and you won't repeat the mistake. Okay, and see that language learning happens every time. It's not just in English period, or it doesn't happen only when you read English paper. It's not like that. Everywhere, every time language learning happens. See that as air pervades everywhere, language pervades everywhere. So how can you learn proper language? Means you have to refer authentic sources, and you don't need to spare a lot of time on it, but whatever time you spend on it, you apply these two principles: be conscious and be cautious. Okay, see that when you are going somewhere, when you are traveling, you just open your mobile and read, just open the Hindu paper and just have a look at it, have a look at main titles of the news. Okay, and then try to understand how the sentence is formed. Okay, then you just read the first two sentences of that news item, then you will get how an idea can be presented in the shortest way. And see that if your level is very at the basic level, it is better to read a simple story. Okay, then try to understand how the words are selected and how the words are framed to make a sentence. And once you go through the story, try to write another story similar to that one and then compare it. Like that you should learn language yourself. Nobody can come and teach you at this stage. If you are at LKG or UKG, then learning will happen, and at that time the kid learns whatever the teacher teaches. But at this time your mind never receives what others say, but what your inner self says, that receives well. Okay, that should be learning. Language learning happens at this stage only because of these two practices. So unlearn and relearn. When you are unlearning, be cautious where you are doing the mistake and why you are doing the mistake. Then when you are relearning, and again you be cautious why this sentence is constructed like this, or how this word used like this.